1, and we are about to get started with the training. For those of you who are watching, my name is Toby. I am 41 years old, and I am training to live an active, self-sufficient, and adventurous life. I do so by minding my sleep. I try to get between 7 and 9 hours in a night. Last night was a good night. About 8.5 hours of rest time, 8 hours, 4 minutes of sleep, according to my watch. It was amazing. I try to eat within my energy balance. So I try to eat 2,200 calories in a day, and I try to eat a lot of greens and vegetables in a day, and I try to eat between 120 and 150 grams of protein to support my strength and muscle growth goals. I also show up for strength training, conditioning training, and mobility training. Today we're doing a combination of strength and conditioning with kettlebells. Beyond that, I try to spend time with people I love and care about, try to do things that I enjoy, and generally try to live a stress-free life. Now, this is about the way I feel, not about the way I look. Like I said, I'm 41. I'm probably going to be 80, maybe even 90, and I would like to stay free from disease and discomfort, preventable medication, as long as I can. I would also like to be healthy and vital, strong, capable, and self-sufficient for as long as I can be. So if those are things that you're interested in, please, go ahead and take a look at my channel, subscribe, say something in the chat, and we can have this conversation. It is Monday morning, 5:30 a.m., and I am about to get started with my Monday morning workout, which I stream right here on the channel. All right. Why is this important to me? Well, like I said, I'm probably going to get older, and I'd like to stay healthy and free from disease and discomfort. I also have 2 children that I want to keep up with today and for the foreseeable future, for the next 15, 20 years as they grow up. So being able to play, run, sport, be active, take them outdoors, do all kinds of things, it's going to require me to be physically capable and physically fit. Every fitness and health journey is very personal. I always think that's important to say. I like to do it this way: 30 minutes a day training, kettlebell strength, conditioning, mobility. I go for a run once a week, went for an hour and 15 minutes yesterday to build that base of cardio, and I also do high intensity work to build that peak of the cardio, right? The zone 2 versus the VO2 max, I believe is how that's most easily described. Whatever your goals are, I'd say as long as we're working towards them consistently over time and over an extended period of time, and we're doing things that we enjoy so we can keep getting back to them, I think we're in a good place. All right, that being said, remember that we're good just the way we are. We've got to love ourselves before we can move on. It's the person we are today. It's going to get us to where we want to be tomorrow. So a bit of kindness will go a long way. And the only way to get anything done, friends, is by showing up and doing the work. So at 5:36 a.m., I'm going to hit the timer. We're going to start the warm-up, and then we're going to get on with the strength program, or the strength and conditioning program. And today we're going to talk about the benefits of training, because there are quite a few, and it would be a shortcoming of the program and the stream, or any program, to talk about sleep, nutrition, without also talking about the benefits of training before diving into different modalities of training and different ways that we can reach our health and fitness goals. But what we want to keep in mind and understand is, well, first of all, that training is generally just good for us. There's no real debate to be had about that. Both strength and cardio training, each in different ways, serve a purpose in our overall health and well-being. Okay? And I think it's too easy to say, well, I don't like strength training, so I'm going to skip it. Or, who needs to do endurance training? I'm going to skip that. While for general health and fitness, we need to be able to move across space while carrying heavy loads. In other words, our heart needs to be able to support a conditioning challenge, and our muscles need to be able to support a strength challenge. So we need both. But for general health and fitness, why do they matter? And what can we learn so that we can get better at health and fitness through cardio and strength training? Well, first of all, let's take a look at the benefits of cardiovascular training. All right? Okay. So cardiovascular training reduces the amount of visceral fat that we have in our bodies. And I think it is important to keep this in mind. Visceral fat is not a bad thing if there is some of it in our body, but when we have too much visceral fat in our system, we tend to become unhealthy. And one of the best ways, most effective ways to reduce visceral fat through exercise, if we're comparing cardiovascular training to strength training, is cardiovascular training, right? So if we're trying to improve that marker of health, then we're going to have to include some form of cardiovascular training in our repertoire. Cardiovascular training also improves our heart health. There are studies, I think, that show that cardiovascular training, proper training, actually rejuvenates the heart, as in helps it to function like a younger heart, because over time our heart and vascular system get a bit stiff and rigid. But if we challenge it properly, and one of the best ways to challenge the heart is through cardiovascular workout, well, what happens is that it becomes less rigid, more flexible, and works better, functions better. So again, a good cardio regime when it comes to improving your general health. And I think I don't need to understand or explain that our heart simply is an important factor in that equation. All right, we are warmed up, so we're here for the main event with the 20 kilo kettlebell. Right, we want a healthy heart. Training our cardiovascular system improves our aerobic capacity. So by having a good training regime for our cardiovascular ability, we become more capable at endurance sports. 14 times. Ready? First set down, second set coming up. I need to find a better way to keep count of that. All right. And increased endurance comes with all kinds of benefits. Better able to go up flights of stairs, able to traverse longer distances, better able to go that extra mile. Second set down, third set coming up. All right, and training our cardiovascular system makes us better, more efficient at using energy. So in other words, we create capacity in our body, right? The mitochondria and the available engines to develop energy get trained and triggered to adapt, to deliver more output. Third set down, fourth set coming up. So by training our body and our cardiovascular system, we become more efficient in how we use energy that we have available, allowing us to do more over extended periods of time. So there's a lot of benefits to cardiovascular training. Fourth set. Okay, fifth set coming up. So it's one side of the equation, right? Let's look at the other side of the equation, which is strength training. Because strength training in and of itself has, well, there's some overlapping benefits. Fifth set coming up. But there are also some unique benefits, just like there are unique benefits to cardio training. 5th set down, 6th set coming up. By the way, if you're watching, you go ahead and say hello in the chat. Let me know that you're there. If you have any questions about sleep, nutrition, or training, go ahead and ask. Kettlebells or my life in general. It's perfectly fine. 6th set. Okay, 6th set down, 7th set incoming. So, strength training, our general ability. All right, our general ability as in what we are able to do. Am I able to sit down and stand up? Am I able to lift the groceries up from the floor or one of my children? 7th set. Am I able to pull up my weight at least once? Eighth set coming up. Am I able to bend over and pick something up without getting injured? Do I have the right technique for that? Right mechanics? Strength training generally helps with all of these functional movements that we face throughout the day. Eighth set. Ninth set coming up. So, investing in strength training improves our ability to move throughout life generally confidently, pain-free, and well able to take on any challenge. Ninth set. First point. One more set to go. Always feels good when we get to the end of this. Strength is also predictive. So we look at something called all-cause mortality. What you see is that by the end of it, as in what is indicative of near or imminent demise, is grip strength, their ability to squeeze, the ability to produce force. All take a break, a minute, celebrate 10 times. So strength is predictive, right? Predictive of our general health and also our longevity. The weaker we get, the worse that bodes for us as human beings, especially in the later years in life. And it's my own theory, but it's not really surprising. If you lose muscle mass over time, your heart becomes rigid. You're not used to performing certain movements anymore. Your body simply starts to turn off the ability to actually produce those kinds of outputs. You get weaker and weaker and weaker as time passes. The opposite's also true. If you activate these abilities, both cardiovascular, strength-wise, you are telling your body that it needs to be able to do those things, and you're more likely to be able to continue doing those things. All right. The final one about strength is that it improves our muscle strength. We can gain volume training or volume through training. That's completely fine. But we also gain strength. And that's an important one, right? Because when we gain strength, we stay stronger and capable and able to do exactly that. Oh, hang on. I want to combine upper body with lower body, of course. So, the benefits of cardiovascular training, the benefits of strength training, side by side, all right? Both are important, but each for different reasons and for different health outcomes, which, when we combine them, they form into Captain Planet. Sorry, 80s kids will understand that joke. Nobody else will. But what we need to understand is that it's the combination of cardiovascular training and strength training that's going to give us the most bang for a buck. Great hard, not a lot of strength, muscle building throughout life. You hit that point in your 70s where your muscle mass rapidly declines because, admit it, beyond 25 or 30, definitely beyond 40, muscle mass simply declines at a rapid pace. Well, you're not going to have a lot of reserves, right? So, you want to have a strategy in place that allows you to, in a way, have that heart fitness so that it stays with you for as long as you can. Have that muscular fitness and volume so that you can stay strong for as long as you can. All right, so in the bigger scheme of things, in the bigger scheme of things, when we think about general health and fitness, we want to think about sleep. How well are we sleeping? Because sleep is the foundation of our general health and fitness, right? We sleep well, we recover, we go stronger, we keep our brain functioning as good as we can have it function. So that's one. Then we want to talk about nutrition. We want to have the strategy in place to eat within our energy balance, to eat nutrient-rich foods that are going to help us stay on track, in shape, provide us with the energy we need. Provide us with the energy we need. We want to add some cardio training to that mix, because as far as training goes, we want a strong and healthy heart and vascular system that is flexible and 20, 30 years younger than our biological age, so to speak. Jason Collins, Vien Vite, go life. Is that what that means? Thanks for rolling by, Jason. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying hello, and I hope you're doing well where you are in the world. Today, my day's starting 6 a.m. in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, for final circuit of this, and then we are going to go on to swings again. When I am here, low insomnia. Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, people tell me that they fall asleep while listening to my stream. So who knows, maybe if you stick around long enough, you might gain that benefit at least. And I hope you are able to fall asleep and get some rest soon. Though, in my experience, what keeps me up most is scrolling through feeds on my phone. So, barring you sticking around till the end of the stream, you can also just switch off your phone and read a book or stare at a candle until weariness takes you. That's two of the things that I sometimes do when I have a hard time falling asleep. The final one is that I start at 300 and count 300, 3, 0, 0, and 299, 2, 9, 9, 298, 298, and so forth, until I get to, I don't know, but I cannot recall ever getting beyond 290, I think. But yeah, what can I say, friend? I hate insomnia as well. So, strength training. We need it in that mix. Cardio takes care of our heart, vascular system. Strength takes care of all of our muscles, bone density, provides us with that base of muscle mass that's going to serve us throughout life, makes functional movement throughout life, over our lifespan, better. Okay, all right. So in the mix, all three are absolutely important. And then we talk about, okay, we understand they're important. How do we fit them all in to our daily routine, right? So there's a lot of research on optimal and effective loads, but the most important thing here is that that really depends on your goals. My goal is long-term health and fitness, which also comes down to stability. So regular training where I challenge myself a bit more every time, over time. 14 swings, one-sided. On the left, first one down, 14 on the right next. So stability over time is important to me, maintaining my weight, steady weight, not too many fluctuations, it's out of normal, controlling the balance of fat mass versus lean mass, as in reducing fat mass over time in favor of lean mass, but not like in 2 months because I have a beach holiday coming up, but just as a general right? Because if I can stay lean, keep my weight the same, means I'm providing the right kind of nutrition, right kind of rest, right kind of stimulus for my body to function well. over time. So there we have it. Third set coming up. Okay, but if you have different goals, if you're competing in a bodybuilding meet or an endurance sport, the difference. Danny Mertz. Hey, good morning. Danny, thanks for dropping by, saying hi. We are talking about health and fitness and lifespan while I do my morning workout with the kettlebells. Right now we're doing 10 sets of 14 kettlebell swings. 7, 5 on the left, 5 on the right. And I appreciate you dropping by and saying hello. And I hope you're doing well where you are in the world. And that you're having a good start of the day at 6:15 a.m. where I'm at here in Amsterdam. Monday morning. I'm getting ready to start the week. And for anyone else who's watching, my name is Toby. I'm 41 years old and I train to live an active, self-sufficient and adventurous life. Hopefully well into my 80s. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I intend to kettlebell swing my way to health and fitness. I'm joking, this is day 430 of me having started to take health and fitness a lot more serious, and I do daily streams about that. So if you're interested in your health, your fitness, and you want to learn from my journey at 41, go ahead, check out my channel, subscribe, and we can have a conversation about that. 5th set. Remember, good technique is everything with kettlebell swings. It's not about the reps. It's about doing them properly without getting injured, because that's where all the benefit is. 12, 13, 14. Fifth set down, 6th set incoming. All right. After this, I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, a shake, and breakfast. I make breakfast for the family. 6th set. Here we go. This is a 12 kilo, by the way. This isn't all that hard. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7th set coming up. Since we already did 140 swings with the 20, we don't need to overdo it. This is all bonus strength and conditioning. All right. All right. 8th set coming up. It's also this point during swings workout where the mind just starts to even out. It's a very peaceful feeling. I can only recommend it to anyone watching. All right, 14. Now we have the final 2 sets. Wednesday we'll be bringing this up to 16. Then we reach 10 times 20. One-armed, 10 times 20, two-handed. All right. Here we go. 1, 2. That's very good. Okay, final set. And we're going to be done. She talked about benefits of training, talked about benefits of cardio training, benefits of strength training, how that fits into our scheme of general health and fitness for life, that our training regime, our sleep regime, and our nutrition regime very much should be informed by the goals we have, that different goals will generally require similar amounts of sleep, sometimes a bit more. The most variation will be in the nutrition, how we're fueling for different goals, and in the type of stimulus we provide cardiovascularly for endurance, strength-wise for strength, hypertrophy, strength endurance. That's all I have for you today. We've been at it for a bit. I think a good 45 minutes. 40 minutes of workout. 5 minutes of me talking at the beginning, as usual. Remember, friends, my name is Toby. I'm 41 years old. I might live to be 80. And I would like to get to 80 free from disease, discomfort that's preventable, strong, vital, capable, competent, being able to be self-sufficient for as long as I can in this life. If you have the same goal, go ahead, check out my channel, subscribe, hit like on this video, hit like on any of my shorts. We talk about sleep, nutrition, training, social life, hobbies, doing things that we enjoy, staying stress-free, being a father, being a husband, having a career, life in general, so to speak, for men and boys who are interested in sharing or talking about their experiences. In any case, remember, you're good just the way you are. Gotta love ourselves before we can move on. And the only way to get anything done is by showing up and doing the work. So I will see you tomorrow. Take care, friends. And Jason, Denny, I appreciate you both dropping by and saying hello. And remember, subscribe.